Farmaajo, I was there, paid a lot of money. The last night he was paying $30,000 per head. I was the head of the commission watching this. Hassan Sheikh was paying $50,000 a vote. Aden speaks in 1964 when he realized that the parliamentarians were corrupt. Many of them were corrupt, not all of them, not a majority of them, but enough of them were corrupt. And he said the only way to clean up the system is for those who are serious about the job to say no to the parliamentarians and not to accept their corrupt behavior and methods. Okay? Although he knew that 3 years down the pike, they will be the ones who will either renew his mandate for a second term or fire him. But he had the courage to say that. And then 6 months before, then, he speaks, 6 months before the election, parliamentarians voted to give themselves a golden handshake if they were not elected again. Okay, 24,000 shillings, which was a lot of money in those days. And they assumed Aden will not have the courage to confront them and say no, because he needed their votes to become a second-term president. He says, read that, please. Those who delude themselves that I will not have the courage to ask for discussion, rediscussion, which means a veto and a deliberation because of the upcoming presidential election, but they are making a big mistake if they think of me that way. And he vetoes it. And then, of course, they didn't elect him a few months later. But he had the courage. And then one of the last things I want to say in this, now they pay a lot of money to get elected. Farmaajo, I was there, paid a lot of money. The last night he was paying $30,000 per head. I was the head of the commission watching this. Okay? Hassan Sheikh was paying $50,000 a vote. Okay? Abdullahi Hashish from Bur'o, one of the biggest merchants in the country at that point in time, comes to Aden and tells him, please use my money. I know you are not going to use your own money or the government's money. Use my own money to pay these bloody MPs. And he said, thank you very much for your support, but no, I cannot go that road. If it was Hassan Sheikh or Farmaajo, quickly. What did we learn from this? This is the final point. Aden retires from the presidency, but he becomes a permanent member of parliament. Okay? Abdurazak remains in politics, and haranguing becomes the senior, most important opposition member in parliament. Okay? Until, of course, the military overthrew. One of the last words the president said, just as he walked out of Villa Somalia, as a warning to Abdul Rashid and his team, without democracy, nothing good will happen. They did not heed that advice. And it's because of that, that's why we are where we are today. So, history. What are their contributions then in Africa, to Africa? Oops, sorry. Here's Abdurazak as he came out of prison, 3.5 years of prison under Siad Barre. He almost became like a Sufi type, right?
Nice hair.
Nice hair, unlike yours and I. We don't have much. Okay. Here's Aden when I visited him in his farm just few years before he passed away. And listen to this. He asked me, where are you from? So I tell him, I'm from Gabila in the north. Oh, yes, I went there when I was president. I was a third grader when you came, and we were the kids who came to welcome you to the village. Bless you, he said. Abdi Qasim, who was acting president at that point in time, the TNG, when I went to see him, he said, you are from Borama. Samaronki Kawaran. I said, I'm not from Borama, I'm from Gabile. And he said, Gabile, ha, Jibril Abkhorke Kawaran. My maternal people. I said, Somalida halka ku nooli way badan tahay. Look at the difference. 90 plus years of age. Never asks a question of that kind. The mentality. Okay? Here's Abdurazak in a boat just in Minnesota, still water, if you like, up north. Yeah, still looked pretty young. I mean, if you eat too much food and junk food, it shows, as Ahmed, you can see on his skin, right? Right?